Yeah. Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Like the fireworks, I keep the flame.
Wow. Look like we rolling. We back rolling, Cash.
We back rolling.
How's it feel to be back? Hey, cheers.
Cheers,
Cigar
man.
cheers.
Cigar cheers.
Cigar cheers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cigar
Yes, sir.
cheers. Is that a thing?
I think so. We're finna make it.
Well, we
man.
make it a thing. You
Hey,
know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
like
we blessed
that.
to Listen, we blessed to be alive, man.
Shout out to the Cubans for making this. By
Shout
the way.
out to the Cubanos and the
saying?
Cubanitas. Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, listen, we're back. We got our dog, friend, being a boss ambassador.
That's it. That's it.
Taj in the building. I
Don't
got
put too
an
much on it.
intro for you, brother.
Don't don't put it in.
I'm gonna do his intro. Oh, you lighting it? Okay. Well, folks, we're back. You're back. We're all back. Welcome back to the Mack and Mula Show. It's your host, Don Mack, and also, what's your name, brother?
Catch Mula Baby.
And you're watching the
Mack and Mula.
Network. Good job. Good job recovering, brother.
That's a heavy recovery, my
That's
brother.
a heavy
I
recovery.
was gonna let you up, but I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, give me a
first.
second, because I wanna introduce my brother the proper way. Okay. Anyway, listen, today we have a very, very special guest and friend joining us today. Taj Mahal. Now, Taj is a distinguished entrepreneur, philanthropist, and transformational speaker whose journey from adversity to national recognition inspires many. He's a recipient of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award
Think on it.
and was named one of Tampa's top 10 most influential people. Taj has dedicated his life to uplifting communities,
Yes, he has.
creating second chances,
Yes, he has.
and showing what's possible for those facing hardship. His work across business, philanthropy, personal development, and advocacy proves what resilience, purpose, and leadership look like in action. From Kesh, myself, and the good folks at the I Like That Network, we're honored to say, welcome, my brother.
I appreciate y'all having me, bro.
Every
Appreciate
time,
y'all.
It's a
anytime.
pleasure
You know
to
what I
have
mean?
you
Appreciate
on
y'all.
the show, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, man. You know, we had just came from the gala,
The gala.
the event. You know what I mean?
gala esquina.
And I gotta say, it was an amazing event, and I really, really appreciate what you guys are trying. What you guys are doing over there, in the sense for the kids, the leadership that you guys are giving. It's truly remarkable. Truly remarkable. You
I
know?
appreciate it.
And we need more of that.
Appreciate you.
You know, it's in the world that we're living in right now, so much chaos, a lot of hatred, and not enough leadership.
Yeah.
You have to appreciate the group of people that are pushing for something positive like that. And when I seen you get on the altar and talk how you talk,
The altar.
Stage. Like
the stage,
I'm a preacher.
hey,
Yeah, you was preaching though.
You was preaching, though.
You was doing the Lord's work,
that's when the
brother.
word came out, because that's how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying in that situation. But when you came on the stage, man, and you was doing what you do, I gotta say you have a great way of speaking to the masses and of connecting your words together. You know, and it was truly something remarkable. You know, so I
appreciate
salute
it.
you for that, bro.
Yeah, for
No, I
sure. And
appreciate
that
y'all.
was called the Gentleman's Gala.
That's the Gentleman's Gala, man. So special shout out to my dog, Christopher King.
Christopher King, big
shout out to
shout
you,
out.
brother.
Gentleman's Gala. So
Big
yeah,
shout out to you.
he does it biannually, so he does it twice a year.
Beautiful.
You know, just to raise money to kind of help. It's for human trafficking prevention, and at the same time to help the kids and teaching etiquette and different
100%.
things in regards to that. You know.
100%. No, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. I want to give a shout out to that event because that was like the first time I've really been to something like that in Tampa. So it was great to be a part of something
I
like that.
appreciate y'all coming, man.
Thank you for the invitation. We appreciate
sure,
you.
for
Yeah,
sure.
everybody was suited and booted. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to our boy E-Man, man, the composer.
Yeah, for composing
You know,
that.
for composing and
Throw the pictures. We're going to throw pictures on the screen, by the way.
helping this come together, you know, because I feel like Manny's just constantly linking bosses with bosses. You know,
like
so
that.
we got to give a big shout out to Manny, the composer.
He's a conduit. He connects energies.
He's great at doing that.
He connects energies.
He's great at doing that. That's one of his
Superpowers.
superpowers.
Facts.
I like that you said that.
Welcome.
I like that you said that. But yes,
That's what I'm here
big
for.
shout out to Manny, the composer.
Anyway, back to Taj, because today is your day. to receive a little bit of floweralization.
Yes.
You know what I
Roses
mean?
and the sunflowers.
You know what I mean?
The whole thing, you know?
So Taj is a business owner, investor, motivational speaker, an advocate for the people in need. How does one come to do all of these things and still just do it so well? You know what I'm saying? Is that how you were raised?
Stay on track. Stay
You know what I
on
mean?
track like that.
Is it where you're from?
It's a little bit of both, man.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm from Polk County, so
Polk County.
I am tried by fire, straight up. So
Trial by fire.
Trial by fire. At the end of the day, so with me, man, survival is an instinct. So once I learned how to transition from a mentality of survival to learning how to thrive, from what I was built in, it changed the game for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing just enough to get by, just enough to survive, whether illegitimate or whatever the case may be. But once you accept the fact that literally you were put through that so that you can navigate any different arena, any different spaces you like to, you know? So
That's beautiful.
I look at it as an advantage that I had, you know?
Yeah. So Polk County, what city?
Lakeland, the air. I'm from the air.
Oh, you from Lakeland?
I'm from Lakeland.
Oh, you from Lakeland?
You know who he's right by? He's right by Devo.
He right by Devo.
I don't know who that is, but what's up?
Shot down.
Oh, okay. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right out there.
Yeah.
He's in Plant City.
Okay, yeah.
Plant City, so.
Yeah, I'm from Lakeland.
So you was born in Lakeland.
Raised in Lakeland, yeah.
Raised in Lakeland.
Yeah,
Where were you born though?
Originally Baltimore, but I was raised out in Lakeland.
So you're a Baltimore baby.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm a Lakeland baby. I'm Polk County to the fullest.
To the
I don't
fullest.
count none of that other stuff.
Oh, you don't count none of that?
Polk County to
really?
the
So
fullest.
your
How old was
story
you?
starts there.
Baby. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Your story starts there.
Baby.
Okay.
Cultivated, developed, merged, everything was engrafted from Polk County.
So I'm guessing, seeing the person I have in front of me today, you weren't always like this, right? Well, when did you feel like you really came into the person that you are right now?
To be honest with you, I always was to an extent. Like I've always dreamed in color. I've always had high ambition. I always knew it was things I wanted to do.
Okay.
I think having lack and the lack of resources, not that it's excusable, but it's the reason why I tried the other route first.
Gotcha.
Because I was still trying to obtain the same dreams. I just didn't know the appropriate avenue to take to get there. You know what I'm saying? So
how to achieve it.
Exactly. So even at a time that I was doing things that I have any business doing, I was still giving back. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always in me. But that's because I think my pedigree.
Okay.
My parents, who are pastors, but they're not traditional pastors in the sense of the word, their ministry was always outside of the walls.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? From going into the prisons to hitting the streets. My mom started something called Evangelistic Army, where they would go door to door. Evangelistic Army. Evangelistic Army, where they would go 50, 60 deep door to door to the hoods to minister. You know what I'm saying? So even though
that's powerful.
I kind of deviated from the church part of it, the message and the outreach is still the same, touching 100%. The people. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I think that's where it kind of came from.
So you come from good stock.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the parents.
Yeah, shout out to them.
They definitely gave you a lot of knowledge, a lot of game to becoming who you are today. So that's what's up.
So speaking of, putting together groups and stuff like that for the betterment of the community, we hear you're part of one yourself called Rehabilitation of the Heart.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? What do you guys do there?
So I am the Community Liaison Director for Rehabilitation of the Heart. And what we essentially do is prison reform, and we offer a second chance. So what I do is I go into the prison myself, I vet the inmates, speak to the inmates, we even mentor them.
Wow.
So that when they get out, we have trades that are appropriate for them to get into, whether it's welding, fiber optics, OSHA, forklift, construction. Now we have a CDL program, these different things, so they have the advantages when they get out and they don't have to start from rock bottom. So as long as they're registered into the course and as long as they're being proactive to kind of succeed, we'll take care of their housing, their toiletries, the transportation, anything, to kind of need to get an advantage to get over that hill.
100%.
That's fire.
Rarely do you hear about anybody being a part of something.
100%.
And now, the director, the owner, who is Stacy, she's shifting more to kids now, too, because her passion's with kids. So now she's starting to try to go into the youth facilities and everything else like that to kind of be preventative care.
That's great, because you want to get them when they're young, you know what I mean? Like when they're before they make a crazy mistake or whatever the case might be, is getting them, that's amazing.
I even tell my kids sometimes, like, hey, listen, prisons are filled with people who made one dumb decision. I mean, 10 seconds change their life forever, or how 1 minute or whatever.
Just like that.
You know, so you gotta be careful. You know, you gotta think about it. So I say that to say, what can you say to the people who are watching this that might need to hear that? You know what I mean? Because I know that I've done things that could have had me locked up for.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know me no more right now. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know me right now.
100%.
But you know, speak on it. Like, I mean, how do we prevent that?
It's two different sides to it. You know, most of the people I was surrounded by, they was either hustlers or some sort of violent charges.
Yeah,
I help mostly violent offenders as well. And I think that's emotional intelligence, learning not to be impulsive. You know what I'm saying? We're taught.
That's huge, though.
Yeah.
We're taught to stand on a lot of principles that don't really apply to the real world.
Right.
It's ego driven. You know what I'm saying? And when you're ego driven, that's the farthest place you can be away from God.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because now you're focused on something that's probably not even going to last tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, it ain't divine if it don't align with what's been assigned. So nothing you try to do that's shortchange or for microwavable results are going to last in your favor. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
The other side is from a financial aspect, man, I say exposure. Get out of your neighborhood, get off your block. You'll realize there's more opportunities than we give ourselves credit for, especially in this generation.
100%.
Now, the Polk County I grew up in, you're looking at the top 10 least educated cities in America. We the top 10 least paying cities in America. We was in the top 10 per capita in violence in the state of Florida. So the opportunities weren't really there. So we had sports, warehouses, or you know what I'm saying, you hustle. So, but now, man, with the internet and different opportunities, you don't have to be stuck, even with a background.
Yeah.
If you got a chance and you're breathing on the outside, you got a chance to make something of yourself. So
That's a fact.
yeah, you
That's
know,
a fact.
and honestly, within your gift, that's the real thing too.
Finding the passion.
Exactly.
You gotta find the passion.
You said
Gotta find the
that.
passion.
I mean, you said what needed to be said right there. But I think, especially when we're young, because you know our prefrontal cortex isn't even developed yet.
Exactly.
We really need mentors, and we need people to look up to.
Facts.
Right,
You know what I mean?
correct leadership.
Because you had mentioned like the ego, and I know it took me a long time to get to a place where I even understood what the ego was, and I wasn't making decisions based on that, right? So a good acronym for ego you probably heard before is edging God out.
Never heard it, but I like that.
Okay. So you said you can, when you're in your ego and you're really reacting due to your ego, you couldn't be farther from God.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So the ego, if you ask me what the ego is, you know, I think it's a lot, but I think the ego wants to be right. The ego wants to control things. The ego wants to impress others. The ego wants to feel like it's better than someone else.
Definitely.
The ego is the opposite of being loving, kind, caring, compassionate. You know,
Facts.
so we often the ego is jealous. The ego doesn't understand that we live on an abundant planet. You know, and that there's no shortages. There's no scarcity that exists here. There's enough for everyone. So anytime you're looking at somebody, especially your brother or sister, like, man, why are they getting that? You're in your ego.
Exactly.
You know, you're super far from God. And I believe where you are vibrationally, which we vibrate in different levels throughout our days, but when we're in the ego, we're vibrating at a point. If we're far from God, and if you believe that you attract what you are, what you're vibrating at, what are we attracting to ourselves?
Exactly.
You know, the devil.
And to be honest with you, the ego operates from self-preservation. It operates from righteousness. You know what I'm saying? It's a scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The ego is literally rooted in fear. You get what I'm saying? So, and to be honest with you, it's a form of seeking external validation when you should have internal conviction. Because what you're doing is you're trying to project something to the crowd when literally you should be focusing internally. You know, the divinity is from within. So to me, and we all fall short, and we still have a little bit of a bravado to ourselves.
Sure.
But if I operate predominantly from the ego, what am I going to attract in my life? What kind of negative attention am I going to attract in my life? What kind of envy am I going to attract in my life? You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's what goes to par in the course with some of the hustles and some of the things we did, because we adopted the ego that we thought we needed to survive in those arenas.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? And then I think that's why a lot of people have a hard time shifting and getting out of these lifestyles, because you have to deprogram yourself and reprogram to survive over here.
Yeah.
Your street cred can't go on your resume. You know what I'm saying? It can't go on your resume. So
when you know better, you do better.
Lifestyle.
Exactly.
When you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why we have a show like this. That's why you're doing what you're doing. Is because we have learned, that when you know better, you do better, and we've seen, the fruit from that tree.
That's why it's important that we shed light on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's beautiful to have this show and to be able to bring guests like Taj that have been through the trenches, that have been through making raw decisions. Now they done turn everything around, giving back to the community, doing big things for yourself, known throughout the whole community, and getting the getting the love and the flowers that you deserve. And that's why it's amazing to have a guest like you and be able to speak, and the youngins listen. They need someone to look up to.
Yeah.
They need someone to be like, you know what? I want to be like them guys.
Yeah.
When I grow up, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's why we're here, man. And it's a blessing.
And like you said, it's a lower frequency. So you're not operating in love when you operate from ego. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
You can't, because we're all interconnected. It's the law of oneness.
Yep.
So how can you think of somebody else's, like one of the first commandments is love thyself and love your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you do that if you're focused on yourself?
Right.
You're missing not only the vision for your life, but how you can impact somebody else's life. You get what I'm saying?
Which is huge.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, how I kind of survive off that.
Yeah. That self-love is big.
Big.
Self-love. If you can't love yourself, then
and you can literally tell how much you love yourself and how much you love others.
You can tell. I can tell how much you love yourself by everything.
By everything.
Everything you exude.
Speaking about loving yourself, I feel like there's some people out there that still kind of don't know how to love themselves. Can you, Mack and Taj, myself, can you guys maybe speak on what you do, any practices you guys do to help create that love with yourself?
A physical thing you can do is take care of yourself.
Big time.
Just
Looking good.
Feel good. Do what it takes to feel good.
Yeah.
That may look like going to the gym. That may look like,
eating well.
It may be taking the right vitamins. It may be, praying. It may be doing a hobby that really fills your soul and your spirit. It may be putting yourself first and protecting your energy.
I love
it
that.
may be saying no to what you feel like, you feel guilty about saying no to, because maybe your mom or your family or somebody is kind of pulling you in a certain direction. But self-love is like, no, let me protect my peace right now. Because what you'll find out over time is that until you really protect yourself and build yourself to the highest that you can be, you're not going to be able to give fully,
Yeah,
so
if you're not on that.
So self-love, it can even sound selfish, but until you are selfish in that way, you're never going to be enough to, your cup won't runneth over.
You have
so
to
you
put
can't
yourself
share.
first.
You got to put yourself first before you can ever
help somebody else.
Really
out.
help somebody else.
Like you said, it's little stuff, man. Like, it could be making up your bed in the morning, bro. It could literally be the cologne you put on, the outfit, having your outfit laid beside the bed before the night before. It's the pride in the things that you do being intentional. You know what I'm saying? For
We're
me,
just talking about that.
Being purpose-driven and being purposeful living, that kind of keeps me and keeps my barometer, into the proper spot. And then I believe in affirmations to the fullest. Yeah. I affirm myself. I don't necessarily need the affirmations from somebody else.
Can we hear some of those?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fully competent. I'm capable. I'm conscious. I'm the head. I'm not the tail. I'm above only, not beneath. I'm the lender, not the borrower. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Just different things you speak to yourself. You can just say I'm the light when I walk in a room. That's one of the things I specifically do, because I pray that when I walk in a room, my aura will attract that which belongs to me without me having to chase anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm never anxious for opportunity. Opportunity has no choice but to find me. You get what I'm saying?
The right opportunity.
Exactly, the right opportunity. Even like my expectations with any kind of transaction, I expect greatness. I expect my lady to be bad. You know what I'm saying? From a young age, I knew I had to have a bad one. I expect to be able to drive the same. And it's material.
It's got to match it.
It's material, but whether intangible or tangible, why should you have something less than greatness? Especially when you say you're operating in greatness and you serve greatness, or you're connected to greatness by divine purpose. You know what I'm saying? Why should I expect anything less than boss shit? You know what I'm saying?
Hold yourself to a high accountability.
Exactly.
High standards.
And coming with that, you cannot expect anything that you're not willing to be yourself. And that's what people get confused when it comes to the law of attraction. Because the law of attraction is like energies. Like attracts like, which means you need to become what you need to become to attract what you dream of.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's
we
true,
get it
it's
confused.
true.
We think it's like a hope or a creed thing.
Right.
Like I'm like, you know, I hope I'm a man. If I say it enough, if I speak it enough, it's going to come. But how did you position yourself? How did you posture yourself for the outcome that you're focusing on? You get what I'm saying?
And it's those little things that make the bigger picture work.
Exactly.
These little bits and pieces and you know, everything that you're describing is what makes the bigger picture work. You know, you can't just look at the bigger picture and be like, okay, I want the big thing. You know, it's the little pieces that make everything that come together make the big picture work. And, you know, that's a big thing for all of us. Yeah. That's a big thing for all of us, 100%.
So you won that lifetime, the presidential,
That's
U.S.
That's big.
I mean, not the vice president, the U.S. president, Lifetime Achievement Award. What did you win that for, and how did that feel?
For a combination
I'm still
of
waiting
things.
on mine.
Combination of things, man. Just operating in my gift.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think in this day and age, a lot of people chase the bag. We chase materials, and we should. But for me, I always wanted provision to be able to make a way for something else. So I only wanted financial freedom for two things: to be able to freely move and however I want to move and go wherever I want to go, and to be able to help whoever I want to help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So some of the things I was acknowledged for is I did a lot of homeless drives, of course, the prison outreach thing. I gave a lot of money whenever we had the hurricanes and just different things that came to knock people out of their homes, just finding a way to meet the needs of the people. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's a touchy subject because I think I told you guys before, I was homeless at an early age. You know, so 15 years old was my first time being homeless.
Really?
Yeah, so.
I couldn't even imagine something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
15?
the only thing I ever thought about, it wasn't that being in that moment was too much. I always wondered why there was nobody to give me a stepping stone to get to a different level. You know what I'm saying? And my parents, to the best of their ability, all they knew was to give me a Bible. You get what I'm saying? Even when I was locked up, they sent me a Bible to jail. I don't know what I was gonna do, but hell, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
It was a weapon. Hopefully you read it and hit somebody in his mouth.
Yeah. So,
Hopefully
so for me, it was like, man, a lot of us lack resources and we have so much potential.
Yeah.
And the stumbling block or the roadblock between that and the legacy that we're intended to live could be just somebody providing a resource to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not lazy. Everybody's not seeking truth or not seeking, you know, a higher level. Some people literally just don't know where that first thing to start. So if they see somebody that looks like you or looks like you that came from where they came from, they're more likely to break down their walls and become vulnerable and ask for the help, even if it's just dropping a seed, you know what I'm saying, on it. Not necessarily financially, you know?
Yeah.
So representation.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. You won that award, what year was it?
2023.
2023.
I won it for 2023. I was honored in 2024.
Okay. How do you even get into something like that?
I didn't. It's literally you have to be nominated. So it's not like you submit your name. And,
right. No. So they're just seeing how you're moving,
like
seeing
being
how
in the
you're
community,
working.
being active in the community, and somebody from a governing board or something saying, "Hey, I see you."
Wow.
And then you know they submit your name to the White House. They submit the list of the accolades or the things, not accolades, but the things that you've done to be involved. Yeah, not even accomplishments, just being at the streets, the things that you do. And then it's a certain amount of hours you have to hit that the White House signs off on.
Hours like what? Like community? Like
Because there's different standards. There's a gold, there's a silver, there's a bronze.
Okay.
So I got a gold, you know. So, but it's a certain amount of hours that you got to be able to hit.
wow.
I don't know the hours. I just know I was submitted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that right there is a huge recognition, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate
From the
you.
Mack and Mula Show, big congratulations. Because, I mean, I don't know anybody else has ever gotten that award before. You know what I mean? So it's like, to know somebody that has gotten that award, man, that's a blessing.
It's great. It's an honor, man. I'm not going to lie to you because you do so many things without recognition because that's not your fuel.
Of course.
You get what
You're
I'm
just
saying?
doing it from the heart.
And honestly, that year, because I've been probably active for over a decade, but that year, I was like recognized back to back to back. It was like, damn, it's finally came to fruition. It was like, shit.
Your name was just
Going all over the place.
Even that same year, my high school honored me. So if you go to my high school, my banner's in the gym. You get what I'm saying? So I'm one of the highest boosters in my high school history.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I didn't even graduate high school on time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
God.
it's funny how stuff comes
Irony.
full
What's
circle.
the
You know what I'm
irony on
saying?
that?
Yeah. So, but and that happened the same year, and that happens right after the top 10 people to know. So in that 8-month span, it was like back to back. So
Yeah. You got a real player energy about you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
When I'm saying, when I mean player, I mean just like smooth. You know what I'm saying?
He's a smooth guy.
That's
He's a
all,
smooth
that's
guy.
all I'm trying to say.
Man,
You know what I mean?
When I
That
heard
boy thought I was trying to incriminate him for saying,
nah,
I ain't player, baby. I ain't a player now. I ain't player.
That ain't the first I heard. I'm an old soul, man. I think I learned from my older brothers. You know what I'm saying? I always learn from the OGs and older people. I'm a sponge, so being exposed at an early age is like you pick up certain mannerisms, certain, you know, the aura, the bravado, whatever the case may be.
You saying you're an old soul. What's like your perspective on faith and having a very, very strong relationship with God?
So I'm not traditional or conventional in faith, but I do respect all belief systems in faith. But to me, belief and love are the two most powerful universal properties we have to our advantage.
Belief and love.
Belief and love. And both of them require action. You get what I'm saying? So, because what people don't realize is both faith and fear require you to believe in something you can't see.
Wow.
Right? Both faith and fear require you to believe in something you can't see.
How you put that there.
Now, you choose.
You spitting right now,
You
boy.
choose which one you want to tap into. It's all about the energies that he was talking about. You get what I'm saying? Everything is a choice. So from a faith perspective, and my belief system is this: we were put here for dominion over all. In this earthly realm, on this spiritual plane, how do you tap in dominion over all? That God-like mindset. You know what I'm saying? How do you reflect? You get what I'm saying? So for me, I believe in God and I believe in the God in me. Straight up.
Me too, amen.
Straight
Straight
No,
up.
I like that.
Which is why my mantra is I am. You know, so that's why that's why my mantra is I am, because straight up, anything I say after I am, I shall become. There's no other way around it. I am in Hebrew literally means I will be. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it means. So what I subscribe to specifically is I don't have a specific religion. But if you look at the way Yeshua or Jesus operated, or that Christ-like consciousness, you know what I'm saying? That's what I subscribe to. The same thing that was given to the... So Jesus is known as the second Adam.
No, that's the second.
The second Adam.
Okay.
The first Adam is the one that we say in the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
Adam was given the same provision that Christ got. Was dominion to reign into this realm.
Okay.
He fucked it up, but that's what he was given. He named everything. He called out everything. At the same time, God was speaking life into the world. So that's why I think I told y'all before, when we're speaking, it's literally casting spells. Every word that comes out of your mouth is spell casting. You choose which spell you want to cast in your life and others. So you got to watch how you talk about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I spoke at the gala, because one of the biggest things I had to learn coming from being homeless and stuff is I doubted myself. Imposter syndrome was real for me, especially when I began to transition into legitimacy and transition into businesses. I didn't feel like I belonged at first because I don't operate or look like the traditional
I can relate to that.
sense of, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so I had to overcome that and realize as long as I'm operating in excellence, integrity, authenticity, bro, I'm gonna get the same results as the person that had a degree.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
that's God-like. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I don't necessarily, so when I speak, the reason why I don't go into the esoteric or trying to break down and talk over people's heads is because my goal is impact. It is not to sound all heavily intelligent, to be so heavenly minded that you have no earthly good. You get what I'm saying?
People can get lost in that.
Yeah, they get lost in that. So, but for me personally, God is a Germanic term, so that's a relatively new term. So I don't necessarily subscribe in that external type thing, but I do believe in a higher power. I believe in the Most High looking down at me and orchestrating my divine purpose.
It's easier, in a way, it's easier to connect that way.
For me, it is.
Yeah. No,
I grew up in a Christian home. Like that's what I said. I believe there's more than one way, including your way. So if your way is producing results in your life, if it's producing results in your life, who am I to be like, hell no, you know what I'm saying? I got a brother that's a flat out killer, and Christianity changed him.
Wow.
I got cousins that went to Islam and it changed them. The Black Panthers and the Muslims changed my daddy initially before he converted to Christianity. So I know man has a tendency to want to put a label and a title on things.
Yeah.
It's the ego.
You know, it's back to ego. And because both religion and spirituality, both religion and science is man's interpretation of the supernatural. We got to feel like we got to define something that God put here before we came. So I always ask, who are you before we began reading or writing? How did you identify God before you read about God? That feeling you get up in the morning when you talking to that consciousness, you know right from wrong.
100%.
You know, you hear it. You know that voice. You know what I'm saying? That voice is there regardless if you're reading the Bible, if you're reading the Quran. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Now those things are used to sharpen us and to elevate us on a different level and different assets. But God is within you at the end of the day.
This boy spit.
God, say that one more time for me.
No, God is within you, and it's all connected. Like we're literally a part of a bigger body.
They need to hear that. God's within you, baby.
It's a bigger body. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know,
gotta connect with that. Gotta connect with that.
we talked about the struggle a little bit. You know, I got a love-hate relationship with the struggle. And what I mean by that is, I don't really hate the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I didn't struggle as much as I struggled and came from where I came from and had adversity and had to overcome things and figure things out, I wouldn't be as special and, you know what I mean, player as I am right now.
Right.
And I have to say,
you make it look good.
I
Too,
feel,
bro.
hey, thank you, I appreciate
You
that.
look
So
good.
likewise, brother.
You know
I say no.
what
you know what I'm saying? I'll pause it, but you know,
Yeah, no
you've been,
did it,
you've been
no
going
did
too
it.
crazy today with the pauses.
No
yeah,
did it,
yeah,
no did
crazy
it.
We're not
with
going
the
there. We're not going there.
pauses.
I might just have to ask
But yeah,
you,
but how you
man.
feel about that?
I'm the same way. I feel like gold is my new logo, my emblem. Shout out to Manning.
Yeah.
And the reason why we chose that, because I feel like I was purged or purified through the
Yeah.
fire. Gold doesn't break or fold in fire. You know what I'm saying? Molds,
Yeah.
it becomes, the hotter the temperature, the more I shine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, I embrace it because you got to embrace the duality. For everything that's hot, there's cold. For night, there's day. For
Yeah.
good, there's evil. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
So I tell people, for me, I had to go through hell to be able to appreciate heaven. I had to become repossessed on my card in order to appreciate my drive. I had to be locked up to appreciate freedom. Like these are the things that you go through. It ain't until you broke that you start realizing, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
100%.
fall off, then you really appreciate what it takes to get to the top again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when I see people down in the, you know what I mean? Like, you're struggling right now.
Yeah.
It's
Get up.
like, I know you need this, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
need-
I'm here to help you. I'm going to give you the right instructions and everything, but you need this right now.
Some
Because
things worse than others, but
you know what I
you're
mean?
right. You definitely gotta
Yeah.
I think it's just understanding that's a chapter.
Yeah.
That's not your whole story.
For
like,
sure.
Right, you can rewrite
Can't let
your
it
story.
define you. Can't let it define
as
you.
long as you're
Yeah,
breathing,
it has to be a
it.
stop.
It has to
I mean,
be.
it has to be a stepping stone.
You have to decide if it's going to become a defining moment or will it define the rest of your life. That's really up to you.
Yeah. So how'd you become such a wordsmith?
Man, music.
Ah, I like
Music.
that. I like
So,
that. I
so,
like
so the
that.
music. For the people that don't know, speak a little bit about what you've done in the music. Like, how are you affiliated with the music?
Music, so what's crazy is you sing at home, but you don't know you can sing. Or you may rap at home or whatever, you don't know you can do it.
Right.
And I started like at an early age, so I always had like a temper where I would fight a lot. And I remember I would sing to the point my guidance counselor, so they used to put me in this mandated therapy in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fighting. And he was like, what is your hobby? I was like, well, I think I sing. And then they was like, well, I'm gonna take you down to the chorus and let you sing. And when I saw them, they literally started trying to make me focus all that negative energy onto music.
Yeah.
And like,
Which is great.
I don't know how it happened, but from the very second I picked up singing, it came naturally. I played the cello, which is weird as hell, because the school I went to was, initially it was a hood school, but they made it into what it's
Charter
called a
school?
magnet school.
Okay,
So they
yeah,
brought into performing arts right in the middle of the hood.
Right.
So now they like, hey, you got to choose ballet, orchestra, band. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I ain't putting on no tights. So we gonna do cello, you feel me?
Yeah.
So cello, I learned that pretty early, became all state. And then the trombone I didn't do as well, it was all county. So it just came naturally to me. Never been trained, just was able to read music and everything at an early age.
Okay. And so you have any music out there? You have any like?
But I'm not finna do
Can
that
you
shit.
sing a
I'm
little
not-
something
nah,
for
I'm
us?
definitely not
Yeah,
finna
can we get a little?
No ditties.
Can we get a little? Can we get a
He
little?
trying to get me to go get some cheesecake. You know? No.
Can we get a little?
I would like to hear a little something.
A
from
little
Taj.
Gerald
Oh, no.
Levert cover.
Wait, see, I plan on being a residential guest like Boosie on Vlad.
Oh, yeah,
y'all-
okay,
wait,
fire,
so when
okay,
y'all
okay,
bring
okay,
it back,
okay,
you feel
okay.
me? When y'all
Yeah, that's chapter 2.
You know what I'm
Chapter
saying?
2.
Chapter
Hey,
2, I
hey,
like
go
that.
ahead. Put in the comments if you want to see Taj back, so we can.
Yeah, he's got to break. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
He's
mean,
got to give us a couple
I
notes.
feel like you're a tenor tenor and bass
Yeah,
mix. You like right in the middle with it.
right
You
in
know
the
what I'm
mix.
saying? You can.
But I used to spit
with
too.
a mean falsetto.
I used to spit too, so I used to battle rap and everything. Like music is really my love.
Really?
Yeah. Like to be honest
you
with
was a
you,
battle rapper too,
they
huh?
came and got me in high school, bro. Like I was supposed to have back then. It was developmental deals before the 360.
Yeah.
And I remember Arista was like looking at me, and I kept getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying in high school. So, but even like my cameraman, you ever seen A Firm Vision? He and I used to be on the road when I was in high school. I'm talking about going all the way up New York, Georgia, and everything on the bus. So that's why I learned like the whole New York culture and spitting. And back then in the South, lyricism wasn't really our thing.
Yeah.
So you was kind of ostracized or kind of like an outcast. If you like, you're an old fake New York, you know what I'm saying? That's how they talk to you. But I always like bars. You know what I'm saying? That's always been my thing. So.
Well, I mean, I have to know since we're here and I'm a musician, Max is a musician. Can you give me
We're all musicians, it sounds like.
what's the top 5 looking like for Taj? What's the top
In which
5?
category?
Just in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Rap?
Yeah.
Nah, let's not do rap. I want the whole music.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
like, you know what I'm saying? When you turn on your music and you're in the whip, what's your top 5?
Mine.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's rap, whatever. What's your top 5?
So this is the thing. I'm one-dimensional, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Okay.
I'm very one-dimensional. Back to how you say I start my day listening to motivational speakers or some sort of affirmative type speech.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It can even be white noise or some sort of classical music.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get in that car, it's trap, but it's not new school trap. There's a certain feeling I get from Jay-Z. There's a certain feeling I get from Jeezy.
I knew you were gonna say that.
There's a certain feeling I get from Yo Gotti, from Ross.
Yeah.
These guys, even though they may be talking about the wrong side of things, you still feel like you could take over the world.
Yeah.
And it feeds my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that.
yeah, so in that element, some guys I can appreciate that might not be that lyrical. For instance, Jeezy's one of my goats.
So
Why? Because I feel him. Yeah, I feel him.
Okay.
You know, and he represents a stage in my life. You know, yeah. So I feel him, but yeah, Jay-Z's my goat.
So we got Jay-Z.
Well, Jay-Z and Lauryn Hill are my goats. Lauryn Hill is my goat. She's my goat of all goats.
So we got Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill, Jeezy.
And I'm not counting singers. I'm not gonna do that. It's too saturated to do that. I do Jay-Z. I like Scarface. Is my southern goat.
He's on the top 5.
Huh?
Top 5?
Yeah, he's my.
All musicians ever?
No, I'm not doing
For you.
sing. I'm just doing rap.
Just do rap.
Singing's a different thing for me. Singing's a different thing for me because I'm gonna start talking about Donny Hathaway. I'm gonna start
Hey,
talking.
man, well, I just wanted to know your top 5, man. I'm trying to get the people to get to know you.
Yeah,
brother.
so I'll say Jeezy.
Jeezy. I like that.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Scarface.
Scarface, that's 4.
Face. And I can't put him there because of albums, but bar for bar, nobody can see him in my opinion.
Okay.
Saw the Prince.
No, he's fine. He's
So
fine.
that came out of nowhere.
He's got bars.
Man.
Saw the Prince.
He's got bars.
He was signing Girl Music.
Yeah, Saw the Prince. Yeah, it's like it's too consistent.
He's got crazy bars.
It's too consistent. Way too consistent.
He's got crazy. Is he still dropping new music? Or
Yeah,
you listen to
I
his
listen
older
to
stuff?
freestyles and everything when it comes to Saha.
Yeah, I gotta freshen up on my.
I listen to battle rap still too though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's why when people don't realize, like even my best friend, he was like, when you delivering spiritual things, it's almost like you setting up as a bar. And I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, I heard it in your speech.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it comes like that. That's just how I talk. But yeah, it's like even one point I got on stage, I was like, if you don't know I'm cut from a different cloth, check my material. That's natural to me. At first, when I started speaking last year, I tried to take those out. Even though I feel like I've evolved, sometimes you still suffer from the same imposter syndrome.
100%.
This young stage, I was like, hell nah, you finna get me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Authentic.
Yeah.
That's what the world needs.
That's what they need.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the
That's
lane
something
is
with respect.
saturated.
You know what I mean?
And can't nobody outdo you as being you. You know, granted, you got to polish it up a little bit because I want my reach to not be restricted to a box or to one category. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that they understand, because the thing that comes to my advantage and what I've been told is I have passion when I speak. I have authenticity when I speak.
Yeah.
It's not cookie cutter. I may mess up. I may stumble over the word, but you feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same feeling in rap that you get from a Pop.
Yeah.
Or a Jeezy or a Nipsey Hussle or a DMX, you know what I'm saying? These guys you feel, it doesn't matter how articulate or what double entendre or triple entendre they put together, you feel the words.
That's a fact.
I came up with a little idea.
Talk to me. I like ideas.
I give my all.
Yeah, like,
Hold on, wait. He's part of this.
Okay.
I give my all with Taj Mahal live on the I Like That Network. It's the I Like.
You need to look at that camera.
I give my all. Yes, it's your new show, brother. You just got signed. you
better have your own show now.
I give my all with Taj Mahal. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's kind of fly.
Yeah.
That's kind of fly.
I give my
I give my all. That's the name of your. That's the name of your show. I give my all.
That's kind of fly. That's kind of fly.
Nah, it's super
We
fly.
can throw I am in there somewhere. Don't worry. I know you think. I know you thinking. You know what I'm saying? I know you
I
trying.
am.
You know what I'm saying? Wait.
Or cloth talk. You know, I call it cloth talk. You know,
Cloth talk.
That's
man
a
of
good
the
word.
cloth. You know. But nah, that's fly. That's fly.
I like that.
But anyway, I said that because I feel like the world needs to hear you talk more. You know what I mean?
And I'm coming out of my shell, man.
Yeah.
If you ask my closest dogs, they don't recognize anything I'm doing.
Oh, I like that.
You guys, who?
My closest homeboys will tell you they don't recognize this part of me.
Because they ain't seen you outside like this.
Yeah, I'm a laid back dude. Like even like we was chilling the other day at his house, having a good ass time, to be honest.
Yeah.
You see my natural disposition. People don't think I'm having fun watching y'all have fun.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be the livest person. I tried it. It just don't work. But I'm just a laid back, observant person. So being in the front,
I be getting turned. I ain't gonna lie.
and I like it though. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So being on the front for me, like I'm personable. I'm not personable. I'm not shy.
Yeah.
But being on the front for me is not something that I've grown accustomed to. But I realize it's a necessary evil for what we got to do now.
Necessary.
Yeah, because
it's not evil though.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's essentially what I want to do is provide the voice that I needed when I was going through that struggle.
I like that. I mean, and all of that not talking and all of that just observing and being a sponge and just taking it all in. Pause. That's it.
This episode is sponsored by Bad
Pause.
Boys.
Oh, don't do us like that. Free Diddy. But anyway, listen.
Free Diddy.
Now, man, most people don't realize Jesus wasn't Jesus till he was 30.
Yeah.
Right? So what was he doing all of those years?
Man,
building his inner kingdom, brick by brick.
Talk,
right?
man, talk.
So when you didn't hear Taj, because he was just in the background watching, what was he doing? He was building his inner kingdom so that he can come to the forefront and get signed by the I Like That Network and be on the I Give My All.
No, I'm saying you're heading down the right path.
No, he's actually prophetic because I have to ask people all the time, when we study the Bible, right, take the emotions out.
Yeah.
Jesus was in the church at 12 years old, and then he disappeared. My boy was gone 18 years.
Yeah,
There's not a single scripture about him.
Where was he at?
And then he come back at 30 years old.
Where Jesus?
So the reason why that hits home to me and it resonates, I moved from Polk County around 2012.
Yeah.
Out of Florida.
Yep.
I literally digressed and disappeared from the scene because before I left, I had a label and all this other kind of stuff. I didn't do nothing entertainment-wise, nothing on Front Street. All I did was read, consume, and learn.
Gain
and then when I came back in Tampa in 2021 during the pandemic, I feel now I've evolved. It's a proper evolution. You know what I'm saying? Internally.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing we're seeing is a manifestation of what I've literally worked on internally, So I just want to be a change maker, man. At the end of the day. That's it.
Sure.
I don't think you're trying, man. I think you are doing.
Facts. We don't say trying. My boy talking about that now. We don't say
that's what I'm saying. When I heard you say you ain't even trying, you ain't doing.
Man, a lot of the times is we're not at 1 million views already. We're not at a million likes. We don't walk down the street and they're like, oh, it's Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
It's Don Mack. So we don't really think we're having an impact, but I promise you, we're going to clip this up, and your stuff's already been clipped up, and you've already had an impact on me, right?
Likewise.
So, if you only affect one person, which you won't only affect one person by really letting your light truly shine. But even if you did, I think it's worth it. But trust me, put yourself out there. Put this information out there. Put your spirit out there. You know what I mean? Allow people to see what it looks like when somebody's truly being themselves and somebody has truly worked through their own traumas and really did everything they can to. We're not probably always gonna really shed the ego all the way, but I say you're doing a damn good job of it.
And I like the way you said about the struggle, because we have to embrace that. To be honest with you, the birthing process or the process of giving birth will always be uncomfortable. Just think about it physically, but also spiritually.
Right.
Her cervix has to open She goes through Braxton Hicks contractions. You get what I'm saying?
All
kind of labor pains in order for her to birth a baby, which is something that's divine. Now, spiritually speaking, why we think we got it easy to be able to birth was divine for us. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, it's a lot of times the reason why we can't manifest what we want is because we expect our dream to come to fruition from the same position we was when we had the dream initially. You can't. Your posture, your position got to change. That girl has to put her legs in air. She has to tune up. She has to go through 9 months or 40 weeks to be able to get in the proper position. It's a process.
It's a process.
We trying to skip the process.
Embrace the process.
You can't skip the process.
Embrace the
you
pain.
Enjoy it. You gotta live it.
Embrace the pain.
Be in it. You gotta be present every single day.
Exactly.
To not only see what's going on, but also enjoy it. You know, you gotta enjoy the journey. A lot of times we're trying to get so far ahead that you might miss a great situation.
Because we confuse perfection. My mantra is progression over perfection. I can't
Progression over
progression over perfection. I can't learn from perfection.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? I can't learn from perfection. For instance, I don't know if y'all know, but I got a lawsuit for one of my business right now.
I heard about that.
My first lawsuit I've ever had in any business I've ever had, right? I won't have to go into particulars, but the point I'm making is they asked me how, and granted, I'm not being sued, I'm suing. You know what I'm saying? But they asked me how I'm dealing with it, and they thought it'd be something that stressed out. How can I get to the next level if I ain't even been through that kind of fire to understand? Like, luckily I had the insight and the foresight to have attorneys involved from day one on all my operations. You get what I'm saying?
Cover your own.
So now I got to be, being that God has already put me in a position to know and do my due diligence to have those things in place. I got to trust that's what's going to come out of that is what's designed to happen. You get what I'm saying? And I know it's going to happen because
100%.
that contract ironclad. You get what I'm saying? So, But so I don't look at it as, it's annoying. It's annoying as hell because who wants to deal with the inconveniences? But the knowledge that I'm going to accumulate coming out of this and the confidence moving into the next situation as well.
You're going to be on point.
Like, that contract was fire. But I can add this clause in or this addendum moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be.
You got to hold yourself down.
So I'm embracing the journey. I'm learning from it. You know, I'm being patient, which is something I typically lack, but I'm being patient. Because
something like that, you have to be patient.
Litigious matters are a hurry up and wait game. That's all it is. You get what I'm saying? So
you're being patient and you're being faithful.
Exactly.
Everything's gonna work out for the best.
And it's a blessing to be in a position to have the resources to afford a counsel to fight for you. Because a lot of people don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
You need money to do
a lot of people
like
tuck their tail because they don't have that. And there's so many people that's willing to take advantage of you. But I'm making sure it's not only setting a precedence towards the defendants, but it's a flag to the city and whoever, like, hey, you got to come right when you come here.
Come correct.
You got to come correct. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
So 100%. I mean, you got to do good business, man.
Facts.
You got to do good business. You know, that's the most important thing. Is doing good business, treating the people around you correctly, no matter who you are. Treat them with love and respect. Pass the blessing. Look into people's eyes. Shake their hand. Give them the respect, the knowledge that they deserve. Hold the door for somebody. You know what I mean? It's all those little things are.
Be a good person.
And I live by the 4 agreements, bruh. And I don't compromise them. I'm impeccable with my word.
What's the 4 agreements?
I'm impeccable with my word. I guard my reputation at all costs. My name, it means everything to me. You cannot, on any way, play with my name. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just learning how to handle it legally. But I've never been a person who could just play with my name. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I guard it, and you're going to always do your best, and you never take anything personally. So, like, that last one is the one I really had to resonate for this situation. Because I can take it out on the individual that I'm suing, thinking it's directly at him, but we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That is a weapon devised by the enemy to break me down. You get what I'm saying? I don't take it personally. You don't know what you're doing. You just being used, bro. You get what I'm saying? You just being used. And you thought it was going to work, but no.
It ain't going to come out that way.
It ain't going to come out that way at all. It ain't at all. You just decide how much damages you want to pay there. You feel me?
Hey, listen, I don't know who you're going against, or I don't know what's going on, but
shout out to my lawyer, Shanette Stokes of Stokes Law Group.
Shout out, Shanette.
Hey, listen, let's get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
She will.
Get this thing wrapped up.
She will.
Let's get him the lighter so he can light
Oh,
skinny.
yeah. I
didn't know you need that. I didn't know you need that.
I see you looking down like you need the lighter. You need the lighter.
I said, you got light. He said, hold on.
He was holding the hostage over there.
But
nah, man. So you know, you done been through your trials and tribulations. Obviously, we're always going to continue going through our trials and tribulations, right? But you've been through your trials and tribulations, incarceration, poverty, from what I'm hearing, and then you're still you found your way out of all those things into becoming the boss that you're becoming and helping the kids now and doing all that stuff, getting represented, getting acknowledged by such a high caliber of people, like, you know, the president and all that good stuff. Man, it's truly amazing because we're going through something right now where, like I said it before, but I say it again, we need more leaders.
Yeah. We need more leaders.
We need
That's
more
the problem
leaders,
today.
You know, and I feel like we're lacking. We're lacking that
Why is
leadership.
that? Why y'all think that is?
Because I think the leaders run off with the biznag and they just start chilling. You know what I mean? Like people, people get successful and they just sit back and rest.
Let me tell you what I think. I think with time and another thing is I feel like money and music have a lot to do with it as well.
Music?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I feel like music nowadays is pushing the wrong envelope. You know, it's very egotistical, right? I mean, it kind of always has been, but nowadays it's more than it's ever been. It's very demonic. You know what I mean? So the people that you're looking up to in the music or whatever the case might be, he rapping about taking on his favorite op, or he rapping about going again to rob somebody for this. And, you know, I'm
doing some drugs.
Or doing some drugs to calm the pain. And, you know, I'm not here trying to judge anybody. I'm just letting you know this is what's going on, you know? And I feel like with the music, too, that's why I took like a little step back, because I was like, man, like, I want to be rapping about the right things, me personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know my mom and my father, big shout out to my mom and my dad. I love you guys so much. They've always brought me up to be a leader. And I want to be a leader where when I look back and everything's said and done, man, I'm proud of who I became. And I changed people's life on the way out. So it's like the music needs to be changed up a little bit in my perspective.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like
Specifically our culture.
Specifically. And I also feel like people have to have the wantingness of standing up for something. Everybody nowadays wants to be a follower. You know, nah. You might be in a path by yourself for a little minute, but when you start putting everything together, people are gonna look and be like, man, I wanna be like that guy. And that's why you just gotta stay 10 toes down, lead with God, do the right things, treat everybody around you with love. People are gonna start recognizing the real.
And I think music is one of the key components, because we hate to always keep going spiritual, but, you know, we already know what Lucifer was, you know what I'm saying? So we know music directly taps into the subconscious.
100%.
Spiritually speaking, you have an ear and you have an eye gate.
Yep.
The ear and eye gate is the direct connection to your soul and your spirit, right? And it's a direct influence.
100%.
So I think the difference with hip hop now as opposed to what it was when we were growing up is, well, you're a little younger, so I'm not sure. But,
I know.
But music used to reflect our community.
Yeah.
Now it directs our community.
100%.
So I think what was initially made for us to be a way out, that was our
They trended
outlet.
against
It
us.
was our outlet. They understood it.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, they say, ha, ha.
I got
Now, if you
one
look at
for you.
everything,
Got one for you.
now if you look at everything, it's a trendsetter. The communities reflect what we talk about now.
Yep, 100%.
That's how we went from, and I'm not excusing drug dealing, don't get it twisted, but there's a big difference between being a hustler and the user.
big difference.
And the second that shifted, you know,
Yeah.
musically speaking, we seen a different result.
No,
you get
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
100%.
Oh, no, it's
now
more
we got
about using it.
now we got crash out babies. Now.
Too high.
Yeah, we got crash out babies.
It's more about using and
How they don't
consuming
survive.
it. Using and consuming.
Exactly.
And it's tarnishing, it's deteriorating what it was actually
Because
meant
it's money
for.
driven now.
It's money
At
driven.
one point,
100%.
music was what you would do even for free. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's when I realized I probably didn't love music as much as I thought. I was addicted to music when I was going through whatever I was going.
Yeah.
The second I got provision is like kind of put on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, well, maybe that's what I was chasing the whole time was the resources.
Yeah.
And that was my gift that I thought would give me the resources.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so, but I do think music is one of those things that controls. And even when my daughter, from a baby in the womb, bro, as an embryo, we had classical music playing on the stomach.
Yeah.
And that's what she likes now.
She likes it, but it wasn't for that. It was because I wanted to control her temperament.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I wanted to control how she came out, her disposition, her femininity. We talk about divine femininity, but if you're feeding your baby something other than the divine, what do you expect her to, reflect? You get what I'm saying? So it's not going to be that. So I had to do a lot of self-reflection. So now I reflect prior to looking at anybody else. I'm trying to see what energy I'm putting out. Like my dad, I had a rough upbringing. Right. I make sure that I don't put that in my daughter. I make sure I speak life into my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
She can't see certain things.
She learn from that.
That love and hip hop and all that bullshit ain't allowed on TVs in my house. Why? Because I'm trying to raise a lady.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Huge.
I want to raise a lady. So the seeds I plant, you got to understand it's a universal truth when you're talking about seed time and harvest. Everything you plant has no choice but to come to fruition. It has no choice but to grow and come to life. I don't even let her watch it. Now when she gets older, you do whatever, but we've already implanted what needs to be planted.
Right. She now has a more mature mind.
She's more set up for success.
Exactly.
Doing it that way.
Exactly.
No, and I love that because you had said earlier that, what we're speaking out, it's correct. Feeding off what you were saying earlier.
Spelling.
Exactly. What we're saying is creating spells, right? So imagine we're reciting these lyrics all the time. It starts becoming programmed inside your head. Everything that we're hearing out there, all of a sudden now that's what you're programmed.
And think about this, everything you've ever been involved in, there's a certain type of music you play to get on that frequency.
Every time.
If you making love to your lady, what you playing?
Genuine differences.
Oh, you got a specific song.
That man had a flashback.
You got it on repeat.
It's funny you said that. I had an immediate flashback.
You got it on repeat.
I got a couple of them. You know what I'm saying?
What's her name?
Or 112. I put a little 112 on. You know what I'm saying? Peaches and cream.
Skinny blow.
And then if you follow the, you know what I'm saying?
But think about it. Think about it. I'm not sure.
Relax.
I know we are.
What's your go-to?
I know we are for late.
For the late night. For the
Mine
late
is,
night. You know what I'm saying?
H-Town. I got Shy. I
throw a
got
little Jeremiah on.
Silk is really, really well. Some old school. Silk. What you know about Silk? You got to go home and play some. I'm gonna teach you someday.
Hey, put me on game, bro.
Go put that meeting in my bedroom.
There's a V.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, go play the Silk.
You don't know that one?
No, you gotta text me this. You gotta text me
I'm
this.
gonna give you a whole play. I got a whole Baby Maker playlist. Bro.
Baby Maker.
Hey,
Baby Maker.
We might
I
come
used to have
back.
a little
You know what I'm
CD
saying?
with the Baby Maker mixtape.
Listen, and I'm from the South, so listen. I got mine regular and slowed down.
Yeah. Oh,
But the point I was making is
on some H-Town.
yes. The point I'm making is I don't know.
He said I got it screwed up.
I don't
you
know,
a wild ass. Hey, you a wild boy.
I know we alluded to different things we did in our past, right?
Yeah.
But think about whatever act you committed. I bet you there was a certain type of song you put on to motivate you.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you're a jack boy. You putting on some reckless shit to get you hyped up. Because we don't realize that music really, they say music calms the salvage beats, but music literally controls your direction. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the quickest way to lower your defenses without you having control of them. And as a musician, I used to play in church. You ever notice when they get the altar call? I'm gonna teach you something right now. Most altar calls are playing in minor chords. Because minor chords have a tendency to tug away from your emotions. You know what I'm saying? When you start playing in
minor chords?
Minor chords.
Like
A minor.
A minor.
Minor chords. If you start playing in major chords, you know what I'm saying? Major chords are more jovial or more jolly.
Okay.
So when you're doing most praise songs, like praise and worship, upbeat is going to be major because it literally controls the frequency that you're on. No different than the 808, the initial 808 drum. That's why that 808 is puts you in a trance.
Wow.
That is a drum from like a spiritual.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, it's crazy you say that because, they say, very back in the day, they were using sounds, right? I know it sounds crazy, but they were using like certain sounds to even move
things.
certain things.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if it's true or not, but they're, talking about the pyramids and stuff like that. I don't know if that goes directly with that. But I was reading that the sounds were used to move things in a different way.
But what does your body compose mostly of?
Water.
You ever put water in a glass or seen it speak? You ever seen that test when they speak to the
They
water?
actually did that when I was in middle school.
You ever seen it? So
And it turns, the water turns into a different shape depending on what it's listening to.
Bingo. They've even had plants, bro, where they've had plants where over a period of time, one plant they were speaking positivity into the plant, one they were speaking negatively, and the plant reflected it over time, what was being spoken to them. So that's what, it's all crazy. Life, man. Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yeah. And we said, by saying all that, we need to make sure we let everybody know, be careful what you're listening to and who you're listening to and where what you're putting into your environment, because it all has a vibration and it all is affecting you. Even when you think it's not, I promise you it is. You know what I mean?
At all
and the
times.
quickest way to change your vibration is that music.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. And the other way with your water. You ever get around a person, you like, damn, I feel it in my gut, something not right.
I've gone through that.
Or what's being shifted in your body, molecularly? What's being shifted that you feel that?
What's being shifted?
It's all energy. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like, and by energy, bro, that's why I said I don't get into the semantics of religion, but energy is literally energy or inner God. Your inner God is sensitive to any external thing that doesn't align with him. You get what I'm saying? Your inner God is sensitive. It goes back to what I said. It ain't divine if it don't align with what's been assigned. So if somebody's around you that's not aligned with your assignment, you're going to start to feel that gut feeling
immediately
that you need to separate yourself from it. Now, the problem is we don't feed or cultivate that discernment. We don't feed that third eye. And that's why I always tell people, you're born with 3 eyes. 2 to look, 1 to see. 2 to look, 1 to see.
I don't want to cut you up, but I want to... I want you to explain a little bit more. You said people don't cultivate that ability to have that discernment. And I want to just exemplify. I want to put a spotlight on the fact that that is something that you can cultivate. And that can be, a guidance system for you, if you will. That gut feeling or that intuition. The GPS. Right? They say if prayer is you speaking to God, then intuition is God speaking to you.
Fast.
Right? So, you can, life doesn't have to be as hard as we make it out to be.
It is not.
We know the right things to do because it's just a feeling. It's like you said, who was God before we had religion? Well, it's just a feeling. You just kind of know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do.
So,
you do. But you have to exercise
How do we cultivate that? How do we grow that?
There's so many different ways. One of them, you was teaching me the other day, man, when I was at your house, man, just by cold plunging or sauna. It could be diet. It could be your environmentally learned behaviors and making sure you don't have that certain stimuli around you. Aligning your chakras, meditating. Do more listening and talking.
I think, there you go. I think the biggest one is just paying attention. Being present. Be present, but listen.
The reason why
look at the car. Sorry, but just pay attention. You didn't feel well about a situation, and then it didn't go well.
And
then it happened again a week later. Damn, I really didn't feel well, and then it didn't go well. Or you were excited. You thought something was going to happen well. You're like, man, I should turn left down, and you did it, and it went well. Pay attention, man. It's pattern recognition.
And even that, we got to decalcify our pineal gland.
Definitely. Decalcify our pineal glands.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's saying, these different mechanisms we can use to do so, because what happens is you won't even recognize it. If it's clouded, if we're always intoxicated,
you can't see. These eyes ain't your these ain't the 20/20 you really need.
This is the 20/20 right here.
It's right here, brother.
That was connected to God.
Facts.
No, this is God.
Facts. 100%. Because you can fool these. You can fool this, you can fool these.
Now, why they're trying to put fluoride in everything?
Not just fluoride. To be honest with you, we talk about fluoride and everything else.
It's a factor, though.
But something so simple as television. The television television is TV programming. You're being programmed. Right? So a lot of times, we thinking like, it's some conspiracy theory that they got to do some crazy shit. You already know. Your daily habits have already knocked you off course.
100%.
Your daily environments, the people you're around, you don't even have enough strength. You haven't even built up a squad around you to protect you or to protect others. What is your field that's around? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When he say 2 or 3 are gathered together, 2 or 3 are gathered together, you know what I'm saying? That's because you're supposed to have like-minded individuals. we date our women and say don't be unequally yoked, but are you unequally yoked with your friends? Mm-hmm. Do you have the right people around you on the same spiritual
We're about to
frequency?
get canceled on this one.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, 100%.
like for real, I'm choosy. I don't do every podcast. I don't let everybody around me.
100%.
I could be in a room and know everybody, but nobody don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to protect you. You have to.
And that energy that you got.
You got to, bro.
You got to.
I don't drink out in public heavy a lot. It's certain things I like enjoying myself now. I like that.
Yeah. I was trying to get you turned to that, Max.
But there's a reason. I got to be able to decipher what's around me first.
Yeah, 100%.
You get what I'm saying? And then later on, when I get comfortable, and
then it's like we can.
We're gonna go for the sequel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sequel.
Yeah.
The new
Yeah,
part.
I ain't gonna lie, I got comfortable towards it. He
Okay.
He helped me out.
Okay.
Him and your friend, the guy with the braids, I don't know his name.
D-Lo. Shout out to D-Lo.
And then the
Shout
one
out to
guy that
Lauren.
called me, the bigger guy,
Dehan.
the one that was trying to pick it.
Chicago?
He said, you like a Suge Knight.
No, your cousin. Your cousin, bro.
Oh, what'd he say? He was talking
He was
shit?
like trying to. He was like not
funny.
trying. He was rapping like Jamaican.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? What's his name?
It was a good time.
Dirty.
It was
His
a
name
good
Dirty.
time.
Dirty. Yeah. No, we had a great time.
Yeah.
That
We always do.
That was one for the books.
We
Yeah.
always do.
Glad you came out and
No, I'm there every time I can, man.
rocked out with us. You know
But
what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
think we don't take enough time. And that's one of the main reasons America and Western culture, to me, is so focused on consumerism. Because if our goal is always chasing a bag, we miss so many important
100%.
things. You get what I'm saying? And
100%.
I'm guilty, and I know y'all are guilty because y'all hustlers by nature.
Yeah.
That we're chasing so much that we can miss the small things that really matter. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? And some of those things as leaders, because as the head of my household, the umbrella, the coverage of my household, I gotta make sure I'm on point.
100%.
Because you know most ladies ain't focusing on damn security shit. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't focused on.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. So you can't be knocked off your rocker. You gotta be the
Not
one that's
today.
you gotta be the one that's focused and got a tunnel vision in what you're supposed to do. So we gotta protect that, man.
gotta protect
and that goes back to leadership.
We gotta be leaders, man.
Well, man, I feel like we're. You said 2 or 3 like-minded people. I mean, what can we do, us 3, man? The possibilities are endless.
This is already a starting point. This is bullshit, right?
You know what I mean? Like it's endless,
We're
man.
already around a round table.
That's
We already broke bread
And see
earlier.
how
We already with the
smooth
guards.
connection was from day one.
You know?
The synergy was there from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I believe real recognize real, and you can feel that
Fact.
from the get-go.
Facts.
There's plenty of times where I've told Matt, I'm like, man, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling what that person is giving off. And I end up being right in a situation like that.
Yes.
Or even him, you know what I'm saying? Because we're connected in a way, not only together, but we're connected with ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very sensitive to energy just because of the way I've been brought up. My parents are very spiritual, free-spirited, and, we practice a lot of things that have to do with getting connected with God and ourselves too. My dad has been doing yoga and meditating for the past 40 years.
Oh, you got an advantage.
Big time advantage,
Yeah, you got it.
and I gotta take more advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And just being close to that makes you sensitive to those certain things.
Facts.
And that's why it's like, man, you do.
He probably so peaceful,
He's extremely peaceful,
but dangerous.
extremely dangerous.
Yes,
Let him drop.
Next time they're in town, I would like for all of us to get together. Because I feel like it's so important for us to get together, like family-wise, like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you never know what we can learn from a parent or for somebody that's got a little bit more age, a little more time than us, experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
what you got to learn from the elders, man. Because I heard
Have
somebody
to.
say, a dangerous man is not one of those men that put on. A dangerous man is somebody who has everything voluntarily under control. But he knows what he's capable of. Because then
Voluntary,
and you can
I like
feel it
that.
because everybody watched their step around him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
it's highly respectable.
He's voluntarily under control.
100%.
As long as you respect that, you know what I'm saying? You Gucci.
No, that's a big thing. That's a big thing, man. It's crazy because you're right though. You're right though. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. So big shout out to Pops, man. One of these days we're gonna get together and chop it down.
Fast, big fast.
We're gonna chop it down 100%.
Hopefully it's in Medellin.
Well,
Dajo.
yeah, he's actually from Bogota.
Bogota. Okay,
Yeah,
well, that too.
my mom's from Medellin.
We can go to Bogota.
Yeah, we go to Bogota as well.
I'm Taino. Take me out.
Hey, next year we go. We gotta tell you on Taj. You know what I'm saying?
Bring them on, man. I think we're probably gonna go maybe in like September. Think about it.
Yeah,
I'm
go
down.
out there.
I'm down.
You would
Late
love it.
August,
I'm down.
September.
I'm down.
Yeah, you would love it. So you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Just one?
No, I got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids.
Well, I got 3 children. Well, 1 child. My sons are old.
What did those kids, your kids, beautiful kids, how did they change your life? What did they bring to your life?
And like I said, I learned at an early age. So my oldest son is disabled.
He's disabled?
Yeah, he'll be 21 in August.
Okay.
So like
what's wrong if you don't want me to ask?
Yeah, autism and a few other things. But that hit me early. Like I'm talking about early. I didn't even know who the hell I was.
Yeah.
And was pregnant with had just gave birth to that. So that was a deciding and a learning factor. And it was at a time in my life where I really didn't know myself. So
yeah,
it's a tough situation.
I was involved in a
Tough
lot of things. And me and the young lady weren't necessarily together.
Yeah.
But whenever she got pregnant, I tried to do the right thing and build a family component. So I had kids back to back. So they literally like less than a year apart.
Really?
Yeah,
The same?
back to back. Yeah, it's crazy. So I think my mom used to always tell me, take your time, Taj, take your time. And that was one of those things that forced me to move a little slower. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time as well, because I was coming off a background and everything, it drove me to do more in that world to be able to provide. You get what I'm saying? So now my daughter, it shifts. Anybody who has a girl knows it just changes your whole perspective.
100%.
Not only that, I had my daughter past 30 years old.
Okay.
So now I'm in a different place.
So she's the youngest one?
She's my last one.
Okay.
Yeah. She's 7 years old. So, and then
So
she's
got a baby,
very, she's very, very intelligent. Also, for her, being able to provide everything that I felt I couldn't have. And for me, I'm not talking about designer and all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Being able to go to ballet, tap, gymnastics, and karate, being able to get in whatever program you can get in, you can get in. Even Kumon for tutoring. These are the things that she's in, so I'm watching her develop into her potential and purpose at an earlier age, allowing her to express herself because that wasn't something that was allowed in my household. I've always been inquisitive. I've always been cerebral, but my dad, being old school, didn't embrace that. It was shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? To get out. So allowing her to express herself.
It wasn't like on a sensitive tip.
Sensitive. That wasn't. You couldn't even whisper in my household.
Really?
My daddy contributed whispering to not being manly.
That's tough.
Yeah, for straight up. He would literally tell you that. I don't want to use the words he used.
Yeah. You put the PG version.
Yeah, he contributed whispering. A man whispering is not manly. A man talking behind another man's back is not manly.
I respect that.
You get what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff, he didn't believe any of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't say it with your chest and say it with conviction, you finna get slapped in your mouth in my daddy's household. So,
well,
now granted, like I said at the gala, he had a lot of good lessons. He just might have not had the right way of teaching.
The correct formula.
Yeah, in hindsight, I realized, that's why you did that. I don't understand why you did it, but I get what outcome you were trying to obtain. But so with my daughter, I'm not just soft on her because she's a girl. It's just growth and maturity in terms of how I want to deal with my child.
Yeah.
You know, I want my child to embrace curiosity. I want my child to embrace envisioning and dreaming and making those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I've never had to spank my child. And she's extremely well behaved. I had my child in the movie theater at 3 months old and able to sit through the whole movie.
Sit through the whole movie?
The whole entire movie.
Had her on that Benadryl.
No,
I know that trick.
I don't believe in giving them any of that kind of stuff because I don't.
You can't.
Huh?
You can't give them.
I mean, some parents do it. It's okay. I just don't believe in giving them anything.
I was joking, by the way. It's a joke.
Like she's never had red meat. I'm struggling with diet-wise, so it's certain things we've never given her: red meat, fried food.
I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, we never given her that kind of stuff. Heavy sugars, we don't give her.
Well, I'm vegetarian, so I know what that's like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know, and everybody has their own way of doing things and what they believe in, but I do think, especially the meat, right? Here in the States is manipulated. It's injected.
They're manipulating the meat.
They're manipulating it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out what you put in your body.
Especially the manipulated meat. Pause.
Especially the manipulated meat. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta stay on point.
Listen, I feel like this is one of our longest episodes, but it's full of gems. You know what I mean? It's a great conversation. I hope everybody really has valued it. I hope you valued it as much as we have.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of rewind moments and write it down moments.
100%.
So to wrap it up, I'd like to know what's next for Taj. I need to see you on some stages.
Big time. What's next? What's
I
next?
mean, you're on one right now. We just got to change that to, what I call it again? I give my all.
Taj Mahal.
With Taj Mahal.
So what's next, Taj?
There's a few things, man. We have a launch coming up within the next 45 days. Website dropping, marketing strategy dropping. I'm a guest panelist on the Tampa Bay Expo on the 26th of this month as well.
Okay.
I'll be speaking at the Tampa Club on the 19th for a business expo as well. So it's just trying to line up everything, man. I'm finna shift the culture. At the end of the day, man, I want to make the streets and corporate collide. It's really going to be the definition of corporate thugging, for real. So it's shifting those mindsets, because it doesn't matter where you came from. All of us can use a reminder of who we're supposed to be and who we're intended to be. You know, so I will be dropping a affirmations journal
there we go.
soon as well. You know, so kind of just to remind ourselves, man. So
you got a lot of things coming up. Where can people find you so they know where they can get more of this?
You can find me on all social media at I Am Taj Mahal. That's simply spelled I Am Taj Mahal. My website will be dropping in the next 30 days. It also will be I Am Taj Mahal as well.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, so you can find me there. Other than that, physically, you can find me in the street. I tell y'all all the time, the streets is my religion.
Find us in the
You know,
streets,
find me out
baby.
there.
my home.
That's my home. Find me out there giving back, doing what we doing and touching shoulders, man.
We want to get more involved too with what you got going on.
Let me know.
So if you could get us, just let us know with some anticipation, with some time, and how we can give back to the community and become better leaders. You let us know.
I think we should bring some kids and watch y'all shoot an episode.
That'd be fire.
Let's do that.
Then it'd be fire. And even some
Let's
adults.
get
My
back to the
specialty
kids.
isn't kids, but I think my specialty is adults, because I like, if I could transfer their mind into leadership, then our arms reach longer. You know what I'm saying? But we do have access to a lot of kids as well.
Well, you know, the kids are the most important thing.
Yeah.
There was, just a quick side note, I watched this anime. It's called Naruto, right? And there was a moment where his master was teaching his disciple something, his pupil something. And he was asking him, he was like, if you're in a battle and you have to either protect the king or the kids, who do you protect? He said, obviously the king. He said, no, it's wrong. The king's supposed to fight. You protect the kids because the kids are the next generation. You're going to have the next king. You're going to have the next president. You're going to have the next, and the kids. So you got to protect the kids so you can save the next generation and save the future.
That's real.
So let's give back to the kids.
That's real.
Let's do what we can, you know, because I feel like we were chosen and we were meant to do so. So just know, man, we're fully on board, and however we can help.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Push the agenda.
We can do that for sure.
Just know the Mack and Mula Show, 100% is behind
Mack
you.
and Mula.
We're behind you, my brother.
Oh, let's run it. Let's run it for
So
sure.
let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be bringing amazing guests with awesome jams every single time on the Mack and Mula Show, brought to you by the I Like That Network. Thank you, Taj. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your words. You know, it was it's a pleasure to have you on the show. There's going to be plenty more. But thank you for coming on here, man. You know, spending your time talking to us and talking to the people, man. We really appreciate it.
We locked in. Anything y'all need from me, let me know, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Hey,
God bless.
Can we get a sheesh?
Oh,
On 3?
Now let that marinate. Sheesh.